Hello, folks. Welcome to the Relationship Builders Customize Your Love Life series. I wanted to touch on a topic of guaranteeing things in this life. A question was recently posed to me on a conversation that myself and some ladies were having on Friday night, and it was in regards to services that I provide. It says that if, because of what worked for me, how do I know that it will work for them? There's something referred to as pattern recognition. So if you've seen something over and over and over and over again, it makes it easy to access it. Now, or assess it. Sorry, assess it. Now, I've been dealing with a lot of ladies over the years and gentlemen, more ladies over the years. And what I've realized is that a lot of times people think that their situation is unique. And a lot of the times it really isn't. It's for me seeing the same thing time and time and time again and realizing that it doesn't take a lot to fix that situation, but because that person who is in the situation finds it very difficult to see, they think that, well, that may have worked for you, but it won't work for me. You know, um, what I would say to anybody who provides a service at all, whether you're an entrepreneur or you are a person who is employed by a company or anything, when you're providing a service, um, you definitely have to be able to ask your client questions, see where they're coming from. What is it that a client or that, what is it that that person needs? And say, can I provide a solution for that? If you can, great. If you can't, then you let that person or client know. Just like in my legal work, one thing I do with my clients is I'm very meticulous and very detail oriented. I question very deeply and I make an assessment. Once I know what the problem is, then I can say, yes, I can help you. So this is what we're going to do. And then I put together a strategy for helping my client. Now, in those cases, if I couldn't serve them, no, I wouldn't take the case. But a lot of times it was easy. There's a set of rules that you work with, and that as long as you work within those constraints, that you can get them the resolve that even if not that they're looking for, but you know that you can put them in a better position than they were when they came to connect or to talk to you about their issues. Same thing in love. It's the same thing. It people think that again that their situation is unique and different, but the thing is when you've seen the same thing over and over and over and over again, you realize where they're going wrong, and then you just provide them with the solution to help them. Now, the thing that could be a little tricky sometimes is sometimes people don't do what you've asked them to do. So sometimes the solution is simple, but if they can't apply it or they don't apply it or they don't see it the same way you do, then sometimes we have a tendency to argue for a limitation. Sometimes it's such a natural thing, and I'm guilty of it too. This is not saying the rest of the world does it and I've never done it. I've done it. I'm just learning to be a lot more conscious of when somebody poses something to me, to listen to that. Sometimes someone can say something and I have no desire for that. And if I have no desire, then my bottom line is I have no desire for it. So why am I going to work on changing it if that's not what I want? But in love, if someone wants love and you have the solution, if you can say, I can see right through where you're at. I can see where you're at. The goal is to support your client, is to get them to a win, right? Just again, when anybody who provides a service, you're there to help your client, to serve them in some capacity that helps them to get to where they want to go. Again, if somebody has no desire for that outcome, then of course they're not going to want to implement it. But if you have something that can support them and they say, I want this, then it's worth trying. And I mean, and another thing is, build credibility, build trust with these people. If they say, okay, does that person know what they're talking about? Listen to the words, whether it's myself or anybody else you go to for any kind of assistance. Does it sound like they know what they're talking about? If the person sounds like they know what they're talking about, that's a pretty good chance that what they're saying then will work for you, because they're already telling you, look, I know what I'm talking about. And you already say, on some level, what they're saying makes sense. But if what the person's saying makes zero sense to you, of course, there's no point in working with them. Listen to what they say. And if you say, you know what, I could stay where I am and justify staying where I am, or I can do something different and work towards a solution to get to where I want to go. So those are just some things to consider. You know, again, nothing in this life is guaranteed, but if we don't work at something and try something different, we don't know what possibilities exist. Don't allow yourself to stay in a place because you don't believe the possibilities, or because, you know, sometimes we're so afraid of getting burned in this life, but life is meant to be lived. Take a chance and try something different. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to me today. And, you know, for more information, please feel free to visit relationshipbuilderexclusive.com. And I look forward to speaking with you again soon, folks. Have yourself a fabulous day. Bye for now.